Pixel, Andy, and Sidnev top 8. The winner goes to the semifinals in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, we've got M scores. On the left side of your screen, it is Pixel Andy, seed number 3. Andy qualified into this tournament, ... with a 6.51 million. That was his one single best game in a 1-hour qualifying period. Andy is from the United States of America. He's got an overall PB of 11.9 million. That is a top 6 score on the PB leaderboard. He was ranked number 5 in the most recent Premier poll for open play style, and ranked number 1 on the DAS list. You can find the full rankings over at premierpoll.com, Premier with an E at the end. So it's like Premier ePoll. Okay? You got it? Good. And is a 5-time Masters event winner. He won 4 of them, kind of, I don't want to say the early days, but won 4 of them up to and including 2023. The last time he won one was August of 2023, and then kind of went without winning one and really without playing too much open competition. I think maybe dealing with some injuries or trying to prevent injuries or whatever, but was playing mostly DAS, certainly 2024 and 2025, and finally won another Masters event in June. That was the longest separation between 2 Masters wins, 22 months. The previous record was Zafanya Nenu from 2019 to 2021. And in the meantime, Andy has also won 8 of our DAS Masters event, inclusive of our Mega Dasters Annual Championship, our first annual one of those. So Pixel Andy, 5 Masters wins, 8 DAS Masters wins, including our Mega Dasters. He's also a multi-time CTWC Gold Bracket player 6 times and several high finishes, including runner-up in 2020, top 4 in 21 and 22. The winner of CTWC's Jonas Cup this year, defeating Fractal in the finals. Of course, both of these players have faced now Fractal in a finals of a CTWC major event. Pixel Andy also winner of many times CTL seasons. Also a 4-time Mega Masters player and regionals, Waco, Austin, Houston, Dallas, so all over Texas, Oklahoma, Columbus. And that's Pixel Andy, also one of the Game Crashers, a former score world record holder. On the right side, it's Sidnev, 319 for her, 296 for Sidnev. Sidnev, also a former CTM Masters event winner. Won it in August of 2024. He's also been the runner-up in several Masters events. Sidnev is a 3-time Classic Tetris European Championship champion, 21, 22, and 25. That is a PAL event, I'm given to understand. Also back-to-back winner of the Austria Regional this year and last. Got 3rd in CTWC DAS in 2022. Also played in the Waco Regional in 2023, and that was in a final against Pixel Andy. Sidnev is a 5-time CTWC Gold player, of course, that runner-up in 2023. 2 top 8 finishes in 22 and 24. 4-time Mega Masters player. Never finished outside the top 16. finished top 4 our first 2 years, 22 and 23, and was the runner-up this year in Mega Masters against Dog playing Tetris. That was her biggest cash out in a Tetris tournament. That Mega Masters this year. 475 for Pixelandy, 596 for Sidnev. So Sidnev, the big transition into 19. Of course, Sidnev known for pace, one of the players who has gotten something along the lines of a perfect max out. You can see the YouTube video made by Game Scout, which is sort of the pursuit of perfect max outs. And depending on how you define it, there are different people who've gotten it or didn't get it. But Sidnev covered in that video. To me, it counts, but I count for very little in what counts or doesn't. The Vits for Sidnev, 656. Andy at 577. Tetris for Sidnev, 709. 604. Pixelandy. There's a Tetris Sidnev, 767. 612 for Pixelandy. Whatever the capture is, for Sidnev, it's a little wiggly. I think we should just make that required. It's definitely a vibe, and I like it. $646 for Pixelandy, $797 Sidnev. Yeah, it's like the character of like an improperly stored VHS tape. Like, oh, they left all their VHS tapes out in the shed. And then here they are. All right, Andy on the down stack here. Sidnev going to uncover that right side. Waiting for the bar. There's a skimming of Tetris there for Sidnev. 880. 670 for Pixelandy. Now, of course, there is no level 39 super kill screen. That is out. What is in is the default crash behavior of the original NES Tetris cartridge. Kicks in at level 155. Colors kick in at 138. So players will have a long time to play, if they can, to get whatever points they're going to get, including Chasedowns and all that. Nerd the Box says, Vandy, when is 29 cap STM happening and why isn't the answer immediately? Yeah, I mean, that's something that we can think about doing. Sidnev A62. Now, on Sidnev's side of the board, you will see the letters in addition to the million score just above her name. Andy's side, you will not see the letters. It's just going to, like, whatever the 100,000th digit is, the 100,000th digit, whatever that is, that's what it's going to show. So Sidnev with the B29, that's a 1.1 million. Andy still at 861. All right, Sidnev down stacking Tetris. Pixelandy 912. So Andy right now back by about 145,000 points. Sidnev B77. Andy 935. Tetris for Andy 976. He's one Tetris away from the max. Sidnev starting to get a little high centered here, starting to chunk this down. This is really hard to do on 29. See what you can do on that left side. Just bars getting over like nothing. And no, that's going to be a top out for Sidnev. B95, that is the target for Pixel Andy. So yeah, B96 is the target. Andy's got the 1 million. He's 191,000 points short right now. So he's got a ways to go. So B95, 821. Somebody wants to put that in the chat just to make sure we got it. B95, 821. Thank you, Tio. Appreciate that. So Andy right now, 150,000 points from chasing this down. This is really just all up to Andy. He's got forever to do it. All right, thank you, everybody. Putting that in the chat. Now, we saw in some of the earlier rounds that players would get a little bit spooked by level 39, and it was like, even though the speed doesn't increase, well, the players maybe not used to getting there all the time and still were like, oh my God, 39, right? There was like a tension there, but Andy's been there before. So Andy right now is 85,000 points away. He's got a B12. There's a triple. He's actually, for a moment, setting up for one. And there's a triple. Now he's 33,000 points away. He's basically less than a Tetris away. Is this still warm up? No, this is the game. So Andy now 8,000 points away. And the bar goes in, and that is going to do it. Pixel Andy with the chase down, about 196,000 point chase down, something like that. So Andy is good in game number 1. Good chase down. Took till level 44, 45 to get it. And Andy is pumped. All right, players, take a moment. A moment is good. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Cute Pup Jesus with the $20 contribution. There's an active challenge from Nate. If we get the prize pool up to 2,300, he'll kick in another 200. So this is YKK, the biggest manufacturer. Like, most people have like multiple items of clothing with a YKK zipper. It's a quality zipper, okay? They make good zippers. But I guess, I don't know why I'm skeptical. I don't know why. Like, I believe progress is possible in all kinds of fields, so I don't know why I'm skeptical. Tetris says, I don't know, if I lived my whole life only to own a company that makes zippers, you'd be a little sad? Well, what company do you own now? They're like the #1 zipper company in the world. They're worth like hundreds of millions of dollars. And they're well regarded for quality. So, like, you know, whatever. You know, appreciate the zippers, okay? Arbaro says zippers are something that nearly everyone uses. Yeah, like if you're going to be in a business, it's smart to be in something that nearly everyone needs or uses and has multiples in their home, as opposed to, like, I don't know, running a Tetris stream, right? Or just something highly niche or niche. Some people didn't like me saying niche the other day, but that's fine. But yeah, like if you want scale, you know, something everybody has and uses all the time and replaces all the time. Smart. 265 Sidnev, 240 for Pixelandy. Summer says, I don't know. Everyone has multiple Tetris streams in their home, I think. Well, yeah, you've really made a point there. Cute Pup Jesus says, stop manhandling your zippers. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people just really, I'm going to zip my coat up, and they just wrench it up and down and, like, you know, take some care. You know, what time are you saving? Oh, thank you, Summer B. Summer B's home is full of screens showing monthly Tetris at all times. So super tied right now, just like 800 points apart, same line count. There's a dirty Tetris Sidnev 405. Mari asking Tetris, do you like In-N-Out Burger? Tetris says no. You know, people go nuts over that In-N-Out. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's not the best. But it's fine. I always thought the buns feel a little stale and the fries are a little bland. But, you know, if you like it, that's okay. But for my taste, it's a little eh. That said, one of our primary keto meals comes from In-N-Out, just a few blocks away. Which is the, what the heck is that thing called? The Flying Dutchman? Which sounds like something you'd read on on Urban Dictionary, but it's not. Or maybe it is, but it doesn't mean that. It means basically a bunless burger. But $5.97 entry into 19 for Sidnev, $6.21, $5.65 for Pixelandy. So anyway, N-Dog has an active challenge. If we get to 2,300, he'll make it 2,500 for No Cap November. Like, if you're a No Cap November fan like I am, this is the time to show your support for this event. I mean, we almost didn't do this year because I didn't think the interest was there. This is your chance to prove me wrong. We've already reached our top 8 goal. If No Cap November gets a lot of support, then we'll certainly be more willing to run it in some form next year. So, yeah, get it. If we can get another 185 in there, N-Dog will kick in another 200. Our borrow with another $10 contribution to the prize pool. $7.86 for Sidnev, $7.27 Pixelandy. Please join Tetris for the non-pros at tnp.tetris.lol. I do like the In-N-Out milkshake because I think it actually is more true to what a traditional milkshake is. You could actually like taste milk. Now, maybe you don't like milk and you just want a giant cup of soupy ice cream, and that's what you get at a lot of places, but I think In-N-Out's milkshake's pretty good. Summer B says, is prize pool donations the only stat by which you measure success of a tourney or format? Well, that plus, support for the channel. But if both of those did not get supported, we would have to reevaluate. But yes, it's not the only, but like we can't do what is not, supported in that way. We have to run what, it's like any other business. 968 for Sidnev, 948 for Pixelandy. Mr. Brain with a $50 super chat with no text, the best kind. Over on YouTube, Mr. Brain, thank you so much. Sidnev with a Tetris, almost like one piece away from a perfect clear. But thank you so much, Mr. Brain, for that $50 super chat. Really appreciate the support. Voting for No Cap November, but maybe still a little mad at me because I was sharp one time. But inadvertently, but I didn't want to say anything, but still wanted to support No Cap November. I get it. Pixelandy with the Max, Sidnev with the B64. There's also a prize pool contribution that came in at the same time. Josh C came in with $25. Thank you, Josh. It means we're 150 away from unlocking another 200. Is that the donation notification sound? No, that was Discord. I don't know. I shouldn't have Discord open, but. So we're into the 29 phase. Andy is back by 70, 80,000 points. Evesy says, Discord, do your Premiere e-poll. Oh, that's true, because Pumpy won't be available. Well, don't do yours until like the last minute, because there's still Tetris going on. Don't you want to know, like honestly, you should just do it as late as you can. Pumpy's not going to like that, but you need all the evidence, right? Like who beats whom and whatnot. So B63 for Pixelandy, Sidnev with the C71, and Pixelandy going to top out with the B score, and Sidnev is good and is going to tie this one up at a game apiece. Oh, Eves, you were banned because you got too good at Tetris, right? You weren't banned. You're just not eligible as somebody who's getting votes now. All right, so Sidnev, you are good. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I think these players readying up quick. I feel like they would need more time in between games. Like, I feel like, oh my God, I just played 7 million lines of Tetris, but they're like, nope, I want to jump right back in. I guess I got places to be, but it was an early top out for them. Yeah, true, I guess. Anything short of 39. Kind of an early top out. All right, Sidnev with that interesting placement. It kind of works out, though. Not a lot of burns from that. It's all right. Here, let's try to even up these players' cams so they at least are roughly in the same universe here, size-wise. Got to make them somewhat even. You can't have like one giant player and one little player, right? That's a disadvantage. Pseudo Canard loves the Vits. So anyway, we have an active challenge. I think we got another contribution, 890 from DJ Mr. Burrow, who says, Tetris is a better invention than zippers. Change my mind. I mean, I think scale-wise, I think zippers are it. Zippers are, at least for our modern world, like almost, I don't want to say a foundational technology, but like how else are you going to close your clothes, right? Like buttons, tying it together, like zippers. Oh my God. Sidnev's actually set up for a dirty. Let's see how long she's going to try and keep this open. And keeps it open, gets the dirty. 193 Sidnev, 211 Pixelandy. And Tetris, I guess we could do without. The Amish don't have zippers or Tetris. Yeah, and I mean, they're worse off for it. Like, without zippers, you wouldn't have the internet. Because people would be, like, too cold. And they'd just be gathering firewood, They wouldn't have time to make an internet. It zippers all the way down, says Tamarok. Are there fully metal zippers or do they all have plastic? Yeah, there are metal zippers. $359, Sidnev, $372, Pixelandy. What happened to YKK zippers? Nothing happened to them. They've just developed a new, essentially a tapeless zipper. So if you look at anything for which you have a zipper, you see how it's on like a tape, right? So you just buy a zipper and then you sew the tape to the fabric that you're doing, right? That's got this like a strip of fabric. But now it's a tapeless zipper where the teeth are sewn directly onto the garment without the tape. And that's supposed to be less snarls and more lightweight. If you're an ultralight hiker or backpacker or whatever, you'll probably like shaving 12 grams off your whatever you're packing there. So the rest of us, I think it's like not that much more lightweight. A skimming a Tetris for Sidnev, 462, 474 Pixelandy. Like, I don't know how much fabric it is, but it's like a half ounce, if that. Pseudo Canard says, I like when he says skibbity Tetris. I have never said skibbity Tetris in my entire life. I don't know what you're referring to. When did I say skibbity Tetris? You just did? Well, no, I said it in quotes. I was mentioning it. Don't you guys know the use-mention distinction? I did not use skibbity Tetris. I mentioned it. Can you say skibbity Tetris but really hyped? For a price. All right, 581 entry for Sidnev, 593 for Pixelandy. So slight lead for Andy into the 19 transition. 704 Pixel Andy, 766 Sidnev. Doogie hates 6-7. I hate 6-7. Ah. Meanwhile, you just said 6-7 twice. Oh wait, you mentioned it. You didn't use it. $7.91 Pixel Andy. A little bit of a dig here for Sidnev. And Andy, my God, with that kind of spin down there over in that chaos, found a Tetris. 821 for Pixel Andy, 863 for Sidnev. Oh, Philosophy Evesy, of course. $9.18 Pixel Andy, $9.88 Sidnev. That was my original career path, Evesy. But I crashed out. Tetris Sidnev A86, 986 Pixel Andy. How does it relate to Tetris? What do you mean? What? How? You mean how does one go from being a philosophy student to a Tetris commentator? You know, it's a long story. Sidnev into 29, B40. Andy is at A69, 12 lines back. You want to just recite my biography? Oh my God. I don't want to depress you all. All right, B66 for Sidnev, A97 Pixel Andy. Plato or Aristotle, Vandy? Of course, Plato. No, I'm just kidding. Aristotle. Anybody who knows me would know Aristotle. Like a million times. All right, we are into the 29 phase. Andy has got the B24. When I said Plato, you're about to unfollow. So yeah, you know. I think people who've been following me long enough would realize that. C45 for Sidnev. Guys, level 29 phase is not level 18 yapping, okay? Like, we are so spoiled now that we can just, like, level 18 yap during 29. C73 for Sidnev. B96 for Pixel Andy. 80,000 point lead. Tetris for Sidnev, D33. D90 for Sidnev. C64 for Pixel Andy. Sidnev now up to 1.4. About 130,000 point lead, something like that. Tetris for Andy, 334. We're into the 40s now in this top 8 match. Tied up at a game apiece. Game 3 critical. So Sidnev with the F11, that's a 1.5. Pixel Andy with the D82, that is a 1.3. So Sidnev has got the rollover. That's 1.6 million. Andy's got a 1.4. Oh, Sidnev's board. That Z in the middle. She's got to work around that. And not sure she's going to be able to do it. That's going to be a top out for Sidnev with the 1.674. So Andy is like 220,000 points behind. So this is a chase down for Andy. He's got a long time. 1.674. Thank you for putting that in the chat. All right, so now Andy 175,000 points away. And just to give you the lay of the land, 48 level 49 Tetrises are worth 60,000. And Andy not going to press his luck there, just going to take the triple. He's got a 1.56. The target is 1.67. He's within 100,000 points. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthly Tetris. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you. So he's got the 1.647, so he's just kind of grinding out this chase down bit by bit. Oh no, what is he going to do? He's 13,000 points. And no, he's not going to be able to complete it. He's going to fail 13,000 and change behind. So he had he was 14,000 points away from the chase down, and Sidnev is going to survive. And yeah, missed a 5-tap to the left. Board started to get high, missed that 5-tap to the left. Game number 4, Andy and Sidnev, 3-2-1 Tetris. ISZO. See, if you suggest the mod purge, you become a top candidate. That's why, like this is how things work. in organizations I've been a part of. Right? I have experienced this on the job where, like, the person to bring up the problem becomes the target. And so people don't bring up problems because they don't want to be targeted. This is how by the way, this is how I feel like how our government runs right now here in the US, but all right, 116 for Andy, 114 for Sidnev. Here in game number 4, this is a best of 5. By the way, we do have more Tetris for you tonight. $202 for Andy, $270 for Sidnev. Andy has got to win this one to stay in. They've both made it into the top 8. A spot in the semifinals at stake. Yeah, I wasn't muted. I was just typing. We have to run another mod tournament, you think? 391 for Sidnev through 72. 261 for Pixel Andy. Pixel Andy set up in column 8. Gets it. Oh, yeah, maybe I got caught up in the mod purge, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm not immune. I mean... What's up, Sushi Man, EQE, Leticus, Branches, Jade? $424 Andy, $508 Sidnev, long bar down Sidnev, $532. Tetrises for both. Sidnev 557. So essentially 2 Tetrises away from 600K with a lot of room to go. Tetris in 600 achieved. 13 lines to go until 19. So if she went perfect, that would be 4 Tetrises. There's 1. Andy can't get that T over to the left, but leaves him with a Vits, and he gets the Vits filled in. Sidnev's got 2 more Tetrises available. Again, if she goes perfect, Andy is set up in column 5 on his way into 19. Gets it in. 566 in for Andy. And Sidnev is set up for a Tetris and will enter 19 at 695. So big pacing for Sidnev. Again, as usual. Oh, but that left side, kind of a mess. All of a sudden, this is pretty dire. Longbar goes in for a triple to bring this down, so she's still got some work to do to try to move around that. There's a triple to knock this down, a double, so Sidnev back down to much more safe board here, but my goodness, that was scary. Scary to me. I was probably like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. No big deal. Wow. So this has allowed Pixel Andy to crawl right back in it. And he has got a lead here, 2 lines ahead. It's basically tied now. But, Sidnev, good board. Pixel Andy, clean up. Sidnev should be able to get back out to a lead pace-wise, and she does. There's the Vit Sidnev and the Tetris 819. Tetris Andy 825. All right, Sidnev digging. Board coming down. Sidnev opens up the right. Still chopping. Waiting for the bar. This has allowed Andy to get out into a lead. Tetris Sidnev 889. Andy has got the max out. He's got an A31. You can see the millions just above their names. And we have this, what's called M scoring on, so that we can see in case players, exceed 2 million. We can see all those scores if they double roll over. Certainly a possibility for these two. Andy has got the 1.1. And he's into the 29 phase. Sidnev's got the max now. And is now into 29. Gets a Tetris. A43 for Sidnev. B31 for Andy. All right, Andy's board needs some attention. This is tough. Gets a triple. That's going to help. Sidnev, good, low, clean. Sidnev with the A80. Andy with the B74. Or 90,000 point lead. Andy. A little bit ahead in lines, but not a big factor right now. Tetris Andy 220. Andy going to take that triple. Andy has got the C80. Sidnev with the B31 with 150,000 point lead. 140,000 point lead for Andy right now. A little bit of a misdrop there for Andy, so he's got to fix. Tetris for Sidnev, B89. Andy's got the 1.3. That is a D11. Andy, level 37 Tetris down the middle for Sidnev. And it came at a good time because her left side was a little bit messed up. Longbar dependent over on the column 2. He's going to chop down. All right, she's able to bring this down. And that's right, no level 39 super kill screen. We are continuing on at this speed, basically indefinitely. Sidnev open down the middle, going to chop down a couple of triples here. Andy with the 1.4, Sidnev with the 1.3. Andy's at E28, Sidnev D12. Oh, Sidnev's board climbing here. That right side is going to be unfixable. That is going to be a top out for Sidnev. And Pixel Andy is going to take game number 4 and tie up this match. And we will be heading to a D-cider. My goodness. So level 42, level 40. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. So far, it's the match of the tournament. Deep runs from 2 tippity top players. Of course, Sidnev returning to CTM event after, 6 months. Has won a C-Tech in the meantime. Coming back for No Cap November. Pixel Andy, of course, back as a kind of a top player in open competition from which he was absent for so long, just, concerned about injuries and trying not to injure himself. And so playing DAS, which is a little bit, I guess, if not less potential for injuries, at least a potential for different injuries. But Andy now back, has won a Masters event this year. Sidnev, a runner-up in our annual Mega Masters championship. It's about 7 months ago. Evesy says, I'm willing to go right after this. Okay. We'll see how it goes. And we might just stay right here rather than setting up a different VOD. Uncle Ungie with the $50 contribution. That's going to get us up to 2208. I think Ndog said that the target was 2300 for an additional 200. That's very fair. Uncle Ungie, that's going to take us a big chunk of the way there. So now we need basically $92 to unlock another $200 in the prize pool for this No Cap November. So thank you, Uncle Ungie. I hope Ndog is still here. But yeah, that's great. Yeah, essentially $91.10 to go. That would unlock another 200 from Nate. It's pretty good. That's a good return. $291 Sidnev, $310 Pixel Andy. Manny, good long bar for that left side. Fill out. This is when someone comes in with like 9109, right? This is when people have to get us 1 penny short of our goals and challenges. Memesters. Catvinity says, my chat is stuck from when Evesy got the shirt. Ah, that's true. Evesy, you're already a winner today. You kind of wasted your luck on that shirt. 432 Sidnev, 408 Pixelandy. You don't need luck. Oh, that's all right. I like the confidence. Tetris Pixelandy 479, 500,000 Sidnev. Winner of this one single solitary game moves on to the semifinals. All right, Sidnev a little dependent there in column 9, up pretty high, and now kind of double dependent. So a little bit of survival here to do. And the long bar goes in. Sidnev after the survival, just in time for that 19 transition. Not out of the woods yet, though, because she's got kind of a high center there in this stack. Pixelandy's board a little bit messed heading into 19 as well at 531. Dirty Tetris Pixelandy 559. There's one Sidnev 605. Oh, nice placement for Sidnev to deal with that square, kind of set up that O-tuck with the S piece. Very good. Long bar in Tetris Sidnev 673, 601 Pixelandy. Dirty Tetris Sidnev, very nice, 703. All right, Sidnev. Yeah, has to cover that right side that she just opened. Nice T-spin. Sets up Tetris 776 for Sidnev 729. Andy, he gets one 759. Now, Andy is back by 10 lines, back by about 50,000 points. So, pace-wise, pretty darn close. $908 Sidnev, $858 Andy. There's a Tetris Andy, 924. There's another one, 959. So Andy with the lead, back by 5 lines. Sidnev going to take the real-time lead back. But pace-wise, Andy probably a little bit more efficient here. Tetris Sidnev, A17. And into 29 at like A23, something like that. Pixelandy has got the max. He's got the A33. One more available if he can get it. I think he's not going to mess around. He's going to take the burns. There's a Tetris for Pixelandy right after getting into 29. He's got the A75. Sidnev at A44. All right, Sidnev is set up and gets one down the middle, column 5. And she is now in the score lead by a small amount here, level 32. Again, still a little bit ahead in the piece sequence, but real-time lead. She took it back. Andy kind of taking it back. They're just kind of trading that real-time lead back and forth now. In terms of pace, kind of doesn't matter. It's out the window, really, until you get way deeper than we are now, that's for sure. So now it's just a matter of scoring and survival, balancing those two. Sidnev, tricky left side. So Andy has got the B58, Sidnev B46. Small lead for Andy. All right, Sidnev was maybe trying to kind of fish for a Tetris over there in like column 4 or something like that. Column 3, column 4. Didn't quite come to fruition, so let's see what happens. She's set up, but chops it down. You see a lot of that. Just kind of, test the waters. Can I get a piece? No, chop it down. CO4 Sidnev, CO6 Pixelante. It is close. Pixelante chopping it down. These players trading the lead back and forth. Sidnev into 39 now. Tetris for Sidnev, column 9. That's right, where you want a Tetris, right? Column 9. You'll take it anywhere it comes. Andy is set up and he gets a Tetris C92. He's now at D00. Sidnev at C95. Is there something wrong with Andy's score? No, he's on an older version of Tetris Gym, and so we're using the millions digit. So you can see the millions down at the bottom. So when it says 1.3, that's the same 3 that's up beginning at Andy's score. So Sidnev's board starting to climb. She got to bring this down. Andy is ahead by about 10,000 points. So Sidnev has got to bring this down. And she's doing it. And she has brought it down substantially. So see what she's going to do here. She set up for a Tetris and gets it. E16. She's got a 1.4. Andy with a 1.3. She's ahead by 30,000 points. Less than a Tetris lead, but it is a lead. So important to be ahead if you can muster it. Because, like, if your opponent tops out, you win with no Chasedown, which is nice. All right, Andy with a little bit of a misdrop there for that L piece. Long bar is going to fix. Both players low. Both players with 1.4s. Andy back by 20,000 points. All right, Andy cleaning up. Low. Both players really cleaning up. Andy still back 20,000. Sidnev into 49 has got the F. That's a 1.5. Andy with an overshift of that square piece. $50 from Agathis. It's going to get us up to 22.58. So now we're just 42 away from unlocking $200 from N-Dog. Sidnev needs to bring this down. Andy is back by about 13,000 points, 17,000, whatever the teens. There's a nice triple Sidnev. So Sidnev now with what we call the rollover, the 1.6 million. There's a Tetris for Sidnev. Andy takes a triple. He's got the rollover. Sidnev with the 1.7, ahead by almost 100,000 points. Tetris is here worth over 60,000. Oh, no, Sidnev's center kind of high here, so she's going to have to work around it. That bar is going to help. Board climbing. Oh, bar goes to the left. Crazy. And the Tetris down the middle for Sidnev. Man, Tetris will solve everything. My goodness, that survival for Sidnev. She got the 1.8. Andy at the 1.6. Tetris for Andy. Ziggy, thanks for the Twitch sub. Appreciate that. Dirty Tetris Sidnev, 1.9 million. 155,000 point lead Sidnev. That's less than 3 Tetrises. At 60,000 Tetrises are worth, I'm sorry, level 60 or level 59, Tetrises are worth 72,000. So Andy into 59. All right, Andy bringing this down. Sidnev bringing it down. These two of the best in the world. Needs something for that left. Gets it over. So Andy 1.9, Sidnev 2 million. It's about 135,000 point lead, and Sidnev is going to top out. That is a 2,040,000, right? 2.44 million. No, what is it? 2.44? Not 2.04. 2.04. Yeah, 2.04. Sorry, 2.04 million. So Andy is 40,000 points away. He's singling, he's doubling, he's nailing T-spins. So when Andy's says 48, if it says that, that's what he's looking for. And that is going to do it. So Andy is going to take this one. Yeah, 2.047 for Sidnev, 2.074 for Andy. So yeah, sorry I misread that. It's really hard when they're both on different versions of M. But that is going to be a win for Pixel Andy. He's got the 2.1 million. Just in case there are any doubters, Andy is going to take this one. What a crazy game. Double 2 million. Sidnev played out of her mind, especially not really having played much NTSC, at least competition-wise, in a while. She took down C-Tech since the last time she was in Masters, but nothing, a lot on the books since then. And Andy will complete the chase down to get this one. So Andy gonna mullen it out a little bit. We can stick around if he wants to do it. GG Sidnev, it was good to have you back again. Seems like Mega Masters and no cap is a way to lure you back. So, and we need to do no cap every month. So my goodness. Yeah, and this is really the kind of match that no cap is made for. Davis with the $20.01. That is going to get us to 2,300 because that 4 is 1.6 million plus that score, Adam. 1.6 million plus that score. And so people are like, oh, he's like, dude, my hand hurts, so I got to keep going. You're good, Andy, so you can do whatever you want. We're going to watch you as long as you play. He's 80 lines away from the game crash. He's like 63 levels away from colors. I don't know if he's going to be able to do the whole thing, but yeah, GG Sidnev, good performance. I mean, amazing performance. And yeah, I mean, really could have been either one of these. If we go best of 7, best of 9, who knows how this goes, but you can't play forever, and it was good to have you back. So anyway, we got us up to 2,300. That was the goal. So that means N-Dog, I think, is pledged to get us up to 2,500. If you're still here, thank you for that. Yeah, people in the chat pretty happy to see Sidnev back, so I'm glad you were here. Yeah, you have to add 1.6 million to the score in Sidnev's score box. That's how it comes out. And Nate comes in with the $200 to get us up to 2,540. Thank you so much, Nate, just for your direct contributions and also for the challenges to sort of incentivize people to dig a little deeper and try to support this tournament. So thank you so much, Nate. Really, really appreciate your generosity today. And you know, across the streams, you know, that you've supported us. So this right now is a 2.7 million. This is 2.7 million. If you look right above Andy's name, you'll see the number of millions it is. GGFSB, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Really appreciate that. Ziggy, if I didn't get your Prime sub, thank you. And again, Nate, really thank you so much. That was $200 from Nate as promised. Rogue Potato 2001 says, I am challenged. Pixel Andy, standing. He ruined it. He ruined it. Nope, get it down. Get it down. Bring it down. That's an order. You are required to comply with all lawful orders. Pixel Andy. Oh, no, that's a top out. 2.8 million from Pixel Andy, and you will be moving on to the semifinals. Congratulations to Pixel Andy for clinching a spot in the semifinals. Well, there he is. He's saying, yeah, thumbs up. You can't really see the whole No Tap November. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Who cares? But we'll move Andy over there, and you are into the semifinals. So GG's to you, and GG's to Sidnev. I mean, a heck of a competitor. So, I mean, an amazing performance, especially just, you know, I don't know how much he's played in the intervening time, you know, so come back with that kind of performance. I mean, super talented. So congrats to you. Hey, everybody, this is your old pal, Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.